Hello, folks. Hello. My name is Crishaun the Don, and I am misinformed. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been railing for a long time, railing on the Democrats and their shitty policies and how horrible they are for running these major cities. And as of recent, we're seeing more and more of this sort of, I guess you can call it a spillover into areas that you wouldn't see normally have a lot of crime. And specifically in New York City, obviously this is happening because of the horrible policies we've been talking about, the laxed policies on crime. Basically, there's no bail for misdemeanors and what's kind of viewed as lower crimes. And we saw the district attorney for New York City actually explain how he's not going after sentencing on a lot of crimes. Like, he doesn't want to put people in jail. He doesn't want to put criminals in jail. Let's just be, straightforward about it. So, this story came out a couple days ago about, sorry, trying to get it so you can see it here. There you go. Basically, what's happening is in New York City, the crime is spiking in the upscale neighborhoods. And we're talking Manhattan's East and West Villages. Now, just real quick before I show you that, this is from last year. What is that? Garant Tours? I don't know. Gives a shit. 9 best cities in 9 best neighborhoods in New York City, excuse me, in 2001. This is just from last year. And number 2 is the West Village of Manhattan. So it's literally considered the second best neighborhood in New York City, which is a feat. It is, because, it's a huge city. So to be considered the second best, only second to the Upper East Side. And Upper East Side is like where the millionaires and billionaires live. That's where Donald Trump lives. So that's the top of the top right there. Now, excuse me. New York City crime spike in Manhattan's East and West Villages. Now, I think it's kind of petty what they're doing here in terms of what they're actually showing on this on the New York Post. It's like they're showing this upscale purse store being robbed, and it's like, call Crime Stoppers, this and that, and people tend to not give a shit about these kind of crimes because they're robbing upscale stores. I'm not, condoning it at all. I think it's scumbag shit. But at the same time, they know people aren't losing their mind over that in terms of the public. So they show sort of these, this kind of crime. But then when you see other stories, other articles and stuff, they're talking about, I mean, look at this. This is a lady who's running, it looks like just a normal bodega in New York. And, she's complaining about shoplifting. Shoplifters, it's stupid. He said shoplifters get a little slap on the wrist. And it's a crime that needs to be dealt with because it raises prices in the stores. The other day, a family member of mine told me they were in the store and somebody just started shoplifting, and the workers basically pretty much did everything but hold the door open for the shoplifter on the way out. And they're like, yeah, we can't do anything about it. We're not supposed. This is a CVS store. We can't do anything about it. We're not allowed to. And they think in terms of like, oh, well, it's all right. Insurance will take care of it. And it's like, it doesn't hurt the company. It hurts you, the employee. It hurts the patron that's actually paying money. My family member just looked at it and it was like, even when she was telling me the story, it's like, so what what's the point of you even buying anything? What's the point of you doing it the right way? You know what I mean? And it's like that's how it makes you feel. But we all know, you're supposed to. It's not a fucking communist country. You put down your money and you get something for your money. That's how this capitalist country works. So yeah. So basically, crime is going up even in the upscale neighborhoods, and this isn't just New York. This is all across the country. I was just in California a couple years ago, and it's like you can't tell the difference between the hood and I was in Beverly Hills, and I felt like I was in the hood. So it's there in these democratic cities, there's going to be no difference between the hood and the suburb upscale. Well, I shouldn't even say suburb because suburbs aren't the problem. It's always big cities. And this will be the time where you'll start seeing the rich liberal New Yorkers come out now and go, "Oh, there's a crime problem," and where's all the police? And totally negate and because of the lack of self-awareness, totally negate that they basically supported this. And they supported BLM and Antifa. And this is what BLM and Antifa specifically wanted. They blatantly wanted this. And you supported it. You gave them millions of dollars. And now, they're living in the fucking Bahamas with all the money. And the hoods are worse than they were before BLM and Antifa got involved. So, yeah. Basically, again, the problem is when it comes to these big city crimes and all that, they'll look at it like basically the way that liberals handle crime, problems is they'll see that there's a big crime stats are going through the roof, it's spiking, and instead of actually fixing the people, what they try to do is they fix the law. It's constantly always trying to change the laws and change the policies, and we have to just keep reworking it and doing, and it's a bunch of nonsense. It's a bunch of bullshit because all it's doing is enabling criminals, enabling crime. And it's, again, I've been talking about this for the longest time, and I'm actually going to prove to you in a minute that this is a specifically Democrat city issue, and I'm gonna prove it to you that it's the policy, and I'm not just speaking just a bunch of horseshit here. So actually I'll just do that now. So for instance, you'll see a lot of these lists where it'll be like most dangerous places to live and blah blah blah, most dangerous states to live, most dangerous or most states you're more likely to die, and this stuff like that, right? And a lot of the times red states and red cities make those lists, and I've noticed in my research, specifically, I was looking up Florida, and Florida actually does score as one of the most dangerous places to live in America, and they make it seem like that's comparable to a New York or California. But the reason why Florida scores as one of the most dangerous places in America is because of the road safety. Anybody that's ever driven in Florida knows that driving in Florida, especially in the rain, people lose their fucking mind. They lose their bearings. They don't know how to drive. Period. A lot of Floridians just don't know how to drive. And I think it's because, roads are always being like, it's constant construction and constantly weaving in and out of fucking cones on the highway. And it's like, it's just, I think it's generations. Since I've been a kid, they've been doing construction on the highways in Florida. So it's like your generation's born into just learning how to, weave around shitty roads. And that's something that Florida definitely needs to work on. And specifically because it's making us one of the most dangerous places. It's that bad. So, maybe that's something, a DeSantis needs to look into also is how do we get the roads, safer? Because it's really a fucking issue in Florida. I think there's a intersection in Florida that's considered the most dangerous intersection in the I don't want to say the world, but in America. Here in Florida, when you take a driving test or you take whatever, they teach you that. They say that I forget the intersection, which is stupid of me. But yeah, so Florida driving it makes it one of the most dangerous places in America. It's not usually crime that's the issue. So, let me show you right here now, because when you're looking up sort of what's the most dangerous places in America in terms of like murder and crime and the likelihood that you'll encounter some kind of violence just walking down the street, you really have to look into the cities. You can't necessarily look at it by state, because states are so divided into different, different counties and different cities, and just it's like you can go from one city to another city, and it's two totally different lifestyles, two totally different values, and entertainment, and everything. Especially in Florida, you can literally drive down the highway a little bit, and you're in a whole nother world. Central Florida and South Florida are two different things. So, this is a pinpointed map here of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. Marked by this is based on crime and violence. I think they measure it on the likelihood that you'll encounter some kind of violence. So I've always been connecting democratic policies to these states, and I think sometimes you just need a visual to understand what I mean, or what anybody means when we say that, because you can do it by state, but you're going to get varying outcomes. So, for instance, Alaska is considered one of the most dangerous states, and it's a red state, but it's Alaska. You know what I mean? So it's like there's a per capita thing going on too. So, all right, let me just show you what I'm talking about here. So, if you were to, I have a map here of basically the cities, the blue not states, but blue counties, blue cities, blue towns, all that type of stuff. So this is a very, as it says here, an extremely detailed map of the 2020 election. Let me actually give you a bigger shot here. There we go. I think that's bigger. All right, so let's just start from the East Coast. I'm an East Coast boy, right? Baltimore, Maryland. That should be an easy one, right? So Maryland. Oh, I should have put Baltimore. Excuse me, didn't work right. All right, I'll just copy and paste. There we go. All right, so Baltimore, Maryland. Okay, so you see that all blue. Baltimore is pretty much all blue. We saw that with the the Kim Klacik thing. So this actually was like a fun game that I was actually doing, because there's actually a list of all, I think it's like 50, maybe 100 of the top most dangerous places in America, and I haven't gone through that whole list. I just went through the top 10, and it's almost a fun game that you could just play, you and your friends. It's you know what? This is what I'm gonna do. This right here is Liberal City Hijinks, the home game. Liberal City Hijinks. Fuck me. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. But you've been seeing the visual that I'm showing you here. Every time you look up most dangerous city in America, and you look it up in the map, it's always a blue state. St. Louis. Who's putting their money on blue? I think I'm putting my money on blue. Let's go. All blue, baby. All blue. It's amazing. This is one of the funnest games you could play with you and your friends. Especially play it with your liberal friends. They'll fucking love it. All right. Give me a second here. Just making sure my audio is working. Somebody let me know in the chat if my audio is working. All right, we're going down to Birmingham, Alabama. Let's see. Put your money on blue. Show me the blue. Not marked. That's a bust, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to assume that's blue, though. I'm not going to give them the benefit of the doubt. All right, Memphis, Tennessee. Now, you think Memphis got to be... Tennessee's got to be red, right? So this one might be up in the air. Let's see. What do you guys think? Let's go. Oh, it's all blue. Look at that. Well, this is a little light. That's a little light. Oh, fucking Biden just massacred in Tennessee. Or Memphis, I should say. So you gotta split it up by cities, guys. That's the new thing. That's the new wave. You don't talk about Tennessee. You talk about Memphis. See what I'm saying? Again, Little Rock, Arkansas. You think? Well, no. That's fucking Bill Clinton's spot, right? Let's see, Little Rock, Arkansas. What do you guys think? Blue? Look at that, all surrounded by red too. That's amazing. It's kind of crazy how it could be all surrounded by red, yet that little blue little pinpoint is one of the most dangerous places in America. Yet all the red around it, no problem, right? Look at that. It's amazing. It's like that all the time. It's almost like there's a correlation. Sorry, I'm checking my chat. Okay, it's working. Thank you, Peter. Thank you. All right, let's see. Let's just go through the list. Let's go through all of them. Little Rock. This little middle area kind of surprised me. I thought this was all red, but apparently not. Kansas City. Let's see. That's definitely blue, right? Definitely blue. It's almost like you gotta. It's harder to find a red city. Look at that, all blue. Oh man, show me the blue, man. All right. Last one, Stockton, California. Do we even have to check that one? Do we even have to check it? You know those fucking retarded liberals over there. Let's see. This is easy. This is a given. Look at that. Again, surrounded by red. That's got to be like fucking desert. They just call it red. Yeah. I don't know. I found it fascinating that you can literally just pinpoint it with a visual here and find the correlation. They try to play that red state, blue state stuff, but you know it's easy to twist that more. But if you were to now pinpoint specific cities, we were able to just like. How is it crazy that the top most dangerous cities in the country are all blue? Every single one of them, except for the ones we couldn't account for. But I mean, I'll do the research on those cities and see if they're blue or red. But yeah, I would put my money on blue. Always put your money on blue in this game. That's the thing about Liberal City hijinks the game, is that you can always win by just putting your money on blue. It's rigged. Yeah. So stop voting for Democrats. I guess that's all I could tell you. Jesus Christ. See, we need to get this look at this. South Florida. We got South Floridians. that are just all blue. This is what made me think of it, because we live in the red state, Florida. It's considered I saw in the media they're considering it a red state media, what do they call it? Stronghold, I guess is the best way to put it. But yeah, where we live in South Florida, it's a lot of blue. Yeah. Miami-Dade, Broward County. Miami's a little more red, but still Biden won. Fucking disgrace. Yeah. So there's definitely a correlation here, guys. This isn't just a bunch of horseshit, a bunch of like political bias. This is legit. And again, connected to the policy. That's all it is. Yeah. So soon in these democratic cities, and I would argue that it's happening now, is that there is no difference between a hood and an upscale neighborhood. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. And now we'll see if these Democrats in New York actually believe in what they virtue signal to us. For all those, for all those months, for maybe a couple years straight, actually, and during the Black Lives Matter, George Floyd riots and all that stuff. Yeah, which is what led to why their cities are complete, shitholes now. So let's see if they actually believe in what they preach to us, or if they're going to change and they're going to start outraging about crime in their neighborhoods because it's happening to them now. It's too close for comfort. It's not the safari fucking thing where they can, hey, we can go visit the crime. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's pretty much all I was going to say. Sorry for all the technical issues here. I kind of fucked up on some things, but thank you for sticking through. As always, you guys are the best. You're the fucking best. Don't let them tell you otherwise. Peter Ortiz, shout out to you. C. Ramdale, what's good? Be doing 75 down the road during torrential downpours. All right, man. Better be careful. Don't want to lose you. Let's see. Red, go ahead. All right. Yeah, we got to figure out we got to figure out our catchphrases. Yeah. All right. That's where I will sign off here. Monroe County was red by 1 vote. Yeah. All right. All right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll be back in a little bit. And I can't wait to play this game on the regular show with other people. This will be fun. I think we can even break this down in a whole bunch of different things. Like, we can do rape statistics. Let's see who's the biggest rapists. And then we'll see if that connects to Democrat policies. Yeah. Tell your friends. Liberal City Hijinks, the home game. All right, people. I am out of here. Thank you.